Will you believe this is nothing close to 100% to my hair? It's not a full frontal, it's not a full closure. It's just a machine made closure that I made by myself. I'm going to walk you through how I make this 5x5 machine made closure, how I ventilated the closure, how I rig it, and how I style it. If this sounds something you are interested in, please keep watching. This is the packet Hairblend I want to use. The brand name is Miracle and it comes in 6-in-1 bundles. So you'll be needing your ventilating pin, your wig cap, and the 5x5 closure. This is how the hair bundle looks like. First thing you need to do is to loosen up the twist. After loosening up the twist, you are going to separate the whole coil. Then you are going to cut small pieces out of the hair. You will cut the rest of the hair and use your hand to remove the small pieces because we only need the longer part for the hair ventilation. The net I use here is 6x6. I couldn't get 5x5 by the time I'm making this video, so I just measure 5x5 out of the net. So what you are going to do is to divide your net into 2 equal parts. After that, you are going to pick one side of the net and divide it into 2 again. Then you are going to measure 1 inch from the front and 1 inch from the back. The 1 inch from the front is for natural hairline, while the 1 inch from the back is the base of the hair that will cover the back section. The only part that needs air ventilation now is the front section, back section, and the middle section. The one at the middle is the only one we are going to be ventilating right now. And we are going to use machine to wig the rest of the net after that. For the method of air ventilation, we are going to be using 1 hole and 1 line, diagonal method. This hair is human hair texture. I use double knot method because I don't want this hair to be loosened up after air ventilation. For the back section, which is the base of the hair, I use 3 strands so that it can be fuller and cover the back section. For the front section, I divide it into half. So I use 2 strands at the first section. And when I'm closer to the front, I change it to 1 strand so that I can have that natural hairline. I'm sorry for not starting the air ventilation from the scratch. This is not my first time of explaining in details on how to ventilate your closure using different methods. So I just assume some of you have watched those videos. And I don't want to keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, so please bear with me. Pass your pin through the net, bring out 2 strands of hair, wrap your pin through the hair, and knot it twice, not once, twice. Pass your pin through the net, bring out 2 strands of hair, wrap your pin through the hair, and pass it through the loop, and knot it twice. Make sure you change it to 1 strand of hair when you reach the front section. This is how it looks like when I'm done ventilating front, back, and the middle section. So I have to sew the rest of the net off camera because I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long. And this is how the back section looks like after sewing. You can see that if the back section is not done, you will not know it's machine made closure. I've already wore the mesh cap on the cover set off camera. The next thing to do now is the placement of the closure to make it look like a frontal. When you are placing your closure on the cover set, make sure it's closer to the air side. Move the 1 inch you ventilated to the front and use your T-pin to secure it. So after that, you are going to go to the other side and drag it. When you drag it to the other side, make sure it's very flat and use your T-pin to secure it, just like I did in this video. When you are done securing that, you will move to the back section and drag it. Make sure you use your T-pin or your hand to drag it. Make sure everything is very flat from the side to the back section to the front. The next thing to do now is to start your sewing from one side to another. So I'm going to leave you to watch how I did that while I explain the necessary parts later. If you are still watching till now and you haven't liked this video, please like my video to support my channel. Thank you. I'm done sewing the closure part here and I've already trimmed the excess slits off camera. The next thing to do is to place your tape pull at the back section and use your T-pin to secure it. After that, you're going to use your metallic pen or marker to trace it out 1 inch from the back, and when you are closer to the front, you are going to change it to ½ inch. This is how it looks like when I'm done tracing all the line. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to use my machine to sew it from the beginning to the end. If you want to use hand sewing, you are going to follow the same step I did from the beginning till now. All you have to do is to start sewing it with your needle and thread and be tracing the line you drew earlier. I only use one bundle for the hair ventilation, so I'm going to use the mini 5 bundles for the wigging. You can either use single weft sewing or double weft sewing, depending on the quantity of the hair you are working with. I will leave you to watch how I did the sewing, and I'm going to explain the necessary part later. If you want a detailed tutorial on how to make your wig using sewing machine, drop it at the comment section so that I can make a detailed tutorial on it. So I'm done with the whole sewing here. You can see how neat it is. So the next thing to do now is to cut the excess wig cap under the closure. When you are done cutting the excess wig cap, the next thing to do is to wear it back on the canvas head and style it. When you want to do your C-cut, you are going to part it from the center part we ventilated from the beginning, so that you can cover the sewing part very well. As you can see from the parting, if you don't tell anybody this is a machine made closure, nobody will know. You might decide to trim the hair after sewing to have equal length. It depends on your choice. So the next thing to do now is to apply your wax stick on the ventilated part. After applying your wax stick, you are going to use your hot comb to press the closure part down. Make sure the hot comb doesn't touch the body of the hair. Remember, we are working with Hairblend coily wig, so if you use the hot comb to comb it, it will become straight. All you have to do is to use this type of comb to comb the back section so that it can add more volume. When I'm done combing it out, I apply the hair serum off camera and also use the elastic band. I sew it off camera. If you have interest in this wig or you see any wig on my page that you like, you can contact this phone number you are seeing on your screen. So we have finally come to the end of this tutorial. You can see how beautiful this hair looks like when I'm done with the styling and everything. If you did not tell anyone this is not my hair, nobody will know. If you get 1 or 2 from this tutorial, please like this video to support this channel. Drop a comment if you have any question. Share with your friends and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another beautiful video. See you in my next video. Bye.